Have you ever felt stuck in life? Like, you felt like you just needed to change? I feel like that's where I'm at right now. There's a lot of things in my life that I'm actively changing and feel like no longer serve me. A couple of things in specific that I'm referring to are smoking weed and then my job and just like my surroundings in general. I feel like change is really good. Obviously, change is what leads to growth. And as humans, we need to challenge ourselves to new circumstances and situations and forcing ourselves to step outside of our comfort zone. I feel like that's been a big goal for me lately and has been at the forefront of my mind. Especially smoking weed, that's been the big thing for me. I've been smoking since I was 16 or 15, somewhere around that range. And then up until I was 19, I stopped for 4 years and I've been smoking pretty regularly again for the last 2 years. And as of right now, I'm on day 5 of not smoking anymore. I don't like saying I'm on day 5 of quitting smoking because it feels like at some point or another you're going to stop quitting, if that makes sense. For me, I feel like this is day 5 of not smoking. I'm not quitting smoking. I have quit. It's been 5 days. I feel pretty good, it's a big change. I feel like a lot of people fail to take accountability in that weed is addictive. It might not be the same as cigarettes where there is a chemical inside of it that is wiring your brain to be addicted with all these chemicals. It is a mind altering substance that if you smoke it, it changes how your brain works. And I think if you smoke long enough and stop, it's going to change how your brain works and it's going to be a different kind of effect. And a lot of people fail to realize that it is an addiction of some degree. And I'm not knocking weed. Again, I still love and support weed, but it's time for a change, right? I'm unhappy with my circumstances. I am tired of my job. I posted a video last week saying I've had enough. And that was 6 days ago, actually. 6 days ago, I posted a video saying I've had enough. And I decided to make that change of not smoking and wanting better for myself. The other thing is, I said in that same video, I'm tired of my job. I've had enough of my current place of employment. I spend 50 hours a week at a place. I do enjoy being there, but it's requiring too much out of me that just isn't suitable anymore. I would like to start doing YouTube and being a content creator and other business ventures, have other businesses, partnerships with other brands and stuff like that. I want to do more than just working in a restaurant for somebody else. It's taught me a lot of things and has really helped me grow as a person. And when I started working there about almost a year and a half ago, that was the new change for me. And that was different and uncomfortable, but I was excited. I was opening new doors, and without opening those doors, I wouldn't be to where I'm at right now. And I think that's an important reminder for people to look at. This is a new chapter of my life. I'm 25. I have a kid. I want more for myself. I have this calling from God to do better, and that's reflecting in multiple ways. Again, quitting weed, starting to make content like this, considering changing jobs. I'm not super duper worried about money. I want freedom, and my current job, it's not in the future at all for freedom to be a part. Freedom at my current job, they just can't coexist. It requires too much of my time. 50 hours a week is a lot. I love working. I don't want to just sit home all day and do nothing. That's pretty fucking boring. So I've just been like really stuck between considering like what the right move is, and I've come to terms with like accepting that this job can't make that happen, right? It's taught me a lot. It's helped me grow into becoming a better leader, which is going to be needed, right? I'm here trying to lead people and coach people and share my experience of life. And if you can't lead people, you're never gonna like actually have an impact. And leading people looks different. Like there's a lot of different ways you can lead people. But my current job has taught me to be like a way better leader, a better communicator. I genuinely have learned a lot of things with this job. And so I'm like forever grateful. But it just feels like, I'm at that new point. This is just a stepping stone. I'm 25 years old. This isn't my forever. And it's very easy for people to feel like their current situation is forever. Smoking weed every day feels like, you might smoke weed every day. And whether you might be like a drug addict, and not even like saying that in a bad way, but if like you do have an addiction that is like consuming your everyday, it's very easy to feel like I'm a fucking drug addict and I'm gonna be this way forever and I'm stuck, and like it is a hole you have to dig yourself out of. Again, that can be the same thing financially. That can be the same thing with your time and responsibilities. Like having kids is a huge like time consumption. And there's a lot of times that you can see the signs it's time for a change. I do feel stuck in where I'm at. I feel like I'm learning and still like absorbing knowledge in my current situation, which I absolutely love every day. My goal is to be better than I was yesterday. But there's no room for like advancement where I'm at, and my higher ups, I do see that they contribute more time to this like job, and they don't make much more than I make. I've had conversations and have really tested the waters to have a full understanding of what I actually am in for and trying to make the right decision. I'm not just wanting to quit just to quit. Again, I love working. This just isn't, I don't want to work for no reward. It's consuming my time, a lot of my time. Again, I have a kid, I have a significant other, I have goals and dreams and stuff that I want to accomplish. And I want a healthier work-life balance. Like we're not supposed to just sit here and work and like have no enjoyment. And when you aren't working for yourself, where is the enjoyment when you're working 50 hours? And again, I don't care about the money. Full transparency, I make like 58K a year and on salary. So again, when things get fucked, I'm the one who gets fucked in everything. I don't get paid more, and that's like a downside of salary, which is fine. But there's no reward, right? I'm just constantly fucked over out of my time, and I don't feel like we're just supposed to work and not enjoy life. A huge part of everything is to enjoy life. And I want to open up my time and do other things and like take on other hobbies. I really enjoy going to the gym, and I've also been like running lately. I'm actually doing a 10K tomorrow, which is 6.2 miles. And that's different. I literally had to like request tomorrow off and put PTO in to like literally go outside and run. So like, again, that's fucking stupid. And I'm 25, there's other things I want to take on in life. I want to maybe do something like Taekwondo or like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and training for other things that are going to take up my time. And again, I want to do YouTube and content creation and just build a personal brand around me and who I am. A lot of things that come with change though is obviously fear. Fear is a very interesting concept. We fear a lot of different things, you can fear judgment, you can fear failure, like somebody's going to say something about everything you do, especially with content creation, right? That I'm trying to welcome people in to talk about what's going on and like have conversations and like interact with other people. People are going to say, hey dude, I don't think you're making the right decision right now, or like, do you really think quitting weed's the best thing for you? Like, didn't you say you used to have panic attacks when you'd stop? And like, people will try to hold you to like an older version of yourself that no longer exists, and that's judgment, right? Or again, fear of failure. I can sit here and think like, what if this goes nowhere? Like, what if I literally, this is all for nothing? And so that's like something that's going to live in your mind. I'm afraid of change, or I'm afraid of something new. What if this doesn't work out? And the craziest thing about that is like, that is the literal poison that will stop you from accomplishing anything. You have to like be able to dream and see what you want and like manifest it and attract it into your life. The law of attraction is so fucking real. I'm speaking to myself right now, quite literally. I am looking at a camera of myself and speaking to myself and having a conversation with myself. I'm trying to attract things into my life for me, and like, I don't know, like the law of attraction is certainly real, and like, you have to be able to speak these things into existence. And again, I'm trying to lead people. I have to be like very transparent and within my struggles and my goals and where my fears lay, you know what I mean? And the goal is to surround yourself with support. You know, it starts with you, and you want to build a community or a network or a support system of people that are going to help encourage you get to where you want to be. I want to be in other people's support system to like help encourage them to be a better person, especially be a better man. Like, the world needs better men. It really do. We're like the backbone of a lot of this in certain ways. So are women. I think women are extremely vital and important for society in other ways than men. But I think it takes good men to lead good women. And so it starts with us, you know what I mean? And that's like a whole nother conversation. But to get there, you know, that requires change, for better or for worse. Like, you have to eat shit for a little bit and like go through the lows to get the highs. And I used to get high because I was low, and like, I'm changing how I see things. And again, that requires changing your surroundings, changing your environments, leaving your jobs. And like, I'm not leaving just to leave, man. I want freedom. And I think this is a pivotal point in my life where everything I do is extremely important. Again, for better or for worse. I don't want to like leave and just fuck myself over. And I'm not leaving just to start YouTube and focus only on YouTube and have no income. I can't do that. So that does require me to get another job. But at most, you know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not doing this for the money. I want freedom. I want my time. I want my life. So that requires me to maybe take a pay cut and do the things to create more time for me to work towards my goals. And I don't know, with being somebody who is working 6 days a week, 50 hours a week, I'm obviously being consistent. I show up every day. I've really like been honing in my routine of waking up and going to the gym and going to work and providing for my family, and like still coming home and doing things for me, recording YouTube videos and being a partner, being a parent, being a boss. Like, work doesn't stop. And I've definitely learned that in all of that, it's about the progress. I used to be a perfectionist, like really fucking badly. I made music, and that really taught me a lot about hard work, but I never would like push things out all the time because I felt like they weren't perfect. But I've really learned that progress is more important than perfection, and every day taking a new step towards your goals is like really, really important. In all of that, the best time to start is like yesterday, but the next best time to start is like now. And I feel like a lot of people forget that and get overwhelmed with the like idea of like it's a lot to do. And it's a lot. Change is a lot. Change is hard. It's really fucking hard. And especially when you're surrounded by negative people or negative scenarios, or you're engulfed with fear and like you don't have that vision all the way. And like, I don't know, progress is definitely more important than perfectionism. And every day is a fucking brand new day. Like, there's 365 days in a year. And like, you know, we live for ideally 70, 80, 90 years. You know, you have a lot of days to do something new. And like, you don't want to sit in the routine of bullshit because you're scared. And I don't know, maybe that doesn't make sense, but I think it does. I think the point I'm trying to get across right now is easy to understand. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to ever get content with who you are as a person. And I don't know, that can be, complacency in general is something that can be very interesting. It can push you to grow, and it can teach you a lot of things about yourself and like why you do what you do and how you got there and how you have to get yourself out. And like, that's the duality of everything, right? You have to be like, you have to feel stuck and uncomfortable to understand what it means to want to not be stuck. And you want to be like uncomfortable in a good way. Like, I want to be uncomfortable right now. I want to eat shit about quitting smoking weed. I feel great. I'm not having a hard time about it at all. But that's like a level of eating shit to grow that I've been heavily trying to embrace. And the most important part of all of that, though, is it's taking the first step. Whether that first step is like starting to think about quitting or changing your life in certain ways. Everybody has a different first step. Maybe you've been thinking about it and you just need to do. Raw action is like the #1 form of like progress. You have to do something about your issues and your problems and your goals and where you want to go in life. It starts with you, and you have to take that first step. Again, the best time for change was yesterday. The next best time is now. I personally don't want to waste any time as a human being. We don't know if we come back and get to live this again. And if we do, I definitely won't be the same person as I am. Be in a different body, living a different life with a different perspective from a different background. So what I'm saying with that is all I have is right now. And with right now, I'm going to do everything I can. So with all that being said, what's one change you've been avoiding? What's something that has been holding you back? What is your dream life look like? Let me know in the comments. I want to help encourage people to get through what they're going through. So I genuinely am curious to hear, what is one change that you've been looking forward to making that you haven't, and maybe you feel held back, maybe you're scared, maybe you don't feel like the stars have aligned right yet. I want to hear it, but let this video be a message to you to like start trying to change things for the better. It's up to you. All you have is you. Love yourself and do the things that like are going to make you happy. It's what I want to do, and that's what I want to encourage you guys to do too. So again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what your change is. Peace.